What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct for March 3rd, 2016. I don't want this to sound negative, but this definitely reminded me a lot of the 2015 E3 Direct. And yes, a lot of people were disappointed with the 2015 E3 Direct, myself included. But I definitely thought there were a lot of things that I liked from this Direct, and a lot of things that I don't really care about. But is anybody really all that hyped for that, solitaire horse race thing? No, I'm not going to talk about that. So I've heard a few negative things about Star Fox Zero in the past, but everything they've shown, in official directs, looks pretty nice to me. And this was no exception to that. Pretty much the only problem I have with Star Fox 2 is that I've heard rumors that the controls are going to be all like this. You gotta do this with the controller, which is also how it was when Splatoon first came out with that game, but they heard feedback and eventually patched in the option to just have regular shooter controls, because Nintendo listens, like I said. But at this Direct, no such option was mentioned, so I'm guessing they're just gonna kind of wait and see, and if people really dislike doing the whole then maybe they'll just patch it in like they did with Splatoon, which, I guess isn't a bad route, but if people are demanding it now, why don't you just patch it in now? That's what they pretty much did with multiplayer, and pretty much everyone else who's made a response to this Direct has made this joke already, but Nintendo just captures so well how much I've just been yearning to play Five Nights at Slippy's. I find it funny how they just introduced Miyamoto as a game producer at Nintendo. If you're watching this video, then you most likely know that Miyamoto made these, but he also made these. Just a game producer. Next topic, Splatoon updates. Splatoon's gonna be finished soon. That's fine. At least one game developer eventually finishes games, even in the age of DLC. Oh, and I have to mention, oh my god, when they start playing the music that kind of sounds like the start screen music for the original Zelda, and they're like, and now to hear about the Nintendo game you've all been yearning to hear about, and then it's Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games 2016, just this huge middle finger to everyone. Super good. Just supreme. Next topic. Super Mario Maker updates. Super Mario Maker is a pretty cool game. I haven't played it in a little while. I probably should. Check out these updates. Yeah. Moving on to the next and pretty sad topic. I'm officially starting to think that The Legend of Zelda U is canned. It's a possibility that it could still happen, but I've had suspicions, but now I'm officially starting to think so. Last time they spoke about any sort of gameplay, any sort of actual development, was at the Game Awards in December of 2014. Next topic. Paper Mario Color Splash. Everyone in the comments for this one was just super mad, and they were saying that it looked disfaithful to the original Paper Mario. I will be honest, I haven't played any Paper Mario games, but it looked kind of weird. It was like, hey, this worked with Splatoon, this will work with this. Next topic. Metroid Prime Federation Force. The segment they had for this game had damage control all over it. They haven't talked about this since last June. No one was satisfied with this announcement then, and rightfully so. It's pretty disfaithful to the Metroid series, let alone Metroid Prime series. And just the fact that you're going to have a Metroid game that's not starring Samus Aran, hell, doesn't even have Samus Aran in there, it's not good. But it wasn't terrible damage control. I'll give them that. It wasn't terrible damage control. They had this guy that had been working on Metroid since the original Prime. He said, this is absolutely in the same, spirit of those games. This is absolutely a game that belongs within the Metroid series. Stuff like that. And the gameplay they showed for Federation Force anyway, not like Metroid Prime Soccer. We're not even going to talk about Metroid Prime Soccer. but the gameplay they showed for Metroid Prime Federation Force, it didn't look terrible. It reminded me a lot of Metroid Prime Hunters, which I think they wanted to capture the spirit of, because that was a really fun game. Difference between that game and this game, though, while they had different bounty hunters you could play as, hence the name, you could still play as Samus if you wanted to. And yeah, it looks like a fun game, but it wasn't necessary to slap the Metroid title on it at all, let alone Metroid Prime. Next topic. Pokken Tournament. It's the fighting style of Tekken mixed with the favorite characters of Pokemon with Pokemon elements within it. Pretty excited for this one, and I will give my first impressions when this game comes out. It's definitely something different that they could do with the Pokemon franchise, and something interesting that they could be doing with the Pokemon franchise. Final topic. Twilight Princess HD. Looks pretty cool, and I'm probably gonna check it out. It's Twilight Princess in high definition. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this month's Direct. See you later, and have a good one.